The crowd erupted into a brawl, dust flying everywhere. I quickly led the team to break it up and brought everyone back to the station. In the interrogation room, Kwang was tense, his hands clasped tightly, sweat beading on his forehead. "Don't worry, Kwang, we're just taking statements," I reassured him. "You got provoked, right?" "Fan insulted me. I got angry and fought." "I'm sorry, Brother Toon," Kwang said, his voice trembling, tears in his eyes. "Dan said you raped someone. Is it true?" I asked directly, my tone stern. "I didn't do it." "It was who, not me?" Kwang shouted, jumping up. "Sit down and tell me exactly what happened," I ordered. "Tell the truth. If Dan files a complaint with evidence, you'll go to jail." Terrified, Kwang lowered his head and confessed. Acheong had returned to the village to get her household registration for her wedding, but Mr. Min and Mrs. Enggisi refused to let her transfer it out of Hongjuan, fearing they'd lose their share of the land compensation. Her fiancé offered 80 million VND as a dowry. Acheong, beautiful and university-educated, working at a big company, had caught Kwang's eye. Me and Hu were playing cards at the village tea stall, drinking a few glasses of rice wine. I said I wanted to sleep with Acheong, that it'd be worth dying for. Hu owed me 6 million from gambling, so he conspired with Mrs. Enggisi to tie Acheong up, Kwang mumbled. I trembled with rage, my hands gripping the chair tightly. They had tied Acheong up, allowing Kwang to commit a heinous act. I paid off Hu's debt and gave him 2 million more. Acheong was about to get married, so what's the difference who she slept with? Kwang said. "Shut up!" Nam shouted, his fist clenched. "You animal?" I stepped outside to smoke a cigarette to calm my anger, then returned and asked, "Who spread this story?"
"Mrs. Mai? No."
Kwang shook his head. "Who bragged about it all over the village?" Nam was so furious he turned off the camera, saying, "Brother Toon, I want to beat him." "Don't stop me." I asked Mrs. Mai, and she confirmed the story. Acheong, after receiving her land compensation, had opened a tutoring class for elementary students in Hanoi. I took leave and visited her class in CSU Gifi district. She smiled when she saw me, her eyes still bright but filled with sorrow. I invited her to a small nearby cafe. The place was quiet with only soft music playing from the speakers. I asked directly, "Acheong, what did you do to Hu?" Acheong calmly recounted, "I spent a year planning. That day it was pouring rain. I pretended to be a ghost to scare Hu, causing him to fall. His head didn't hit the nail, so I pressed it down onto the iron spike. I told Mrs. Enggisi that Hu was caught gambling and climbed the wall to escape, making her rush to find him. Seeing Hu dead, she lost control and destroyed the scene. I was going to leave, but at Hu's wake, Mrs. Enggisi nearly killed me with the rope she used to tie me up when Hu and Kwang attacked me." "Mrs. Enggisi and Hu weren't human," Acheong said, her voice trembling. "I understand patriarchal thinking, but I never imagined they could do something so unconscionable. After Hu's death, I planted the idea in Mr. Min's head that Mrs. Enggisi was an obstacle.
He believed it, demanded a divorce, and they fought constantly, Aeon continued.
That day, they argued, and Mr. Min pushed Mrs. Enggisi, causing her to fall. He grabbed her hair and smashed her head against the stone step. I used T's device to record it. "You recorded that video?" I was shocked. "Yes," Aeong nodded. "I witnessed everything." "Why didn't you say anything at the station?" I shouted. "Do you know that without the video, you could have been sentenced to death?" Mr. Min said I killed Mrs. Enggisi. I thought even if I didn't kill her, I killed Hu. I don't feel guilty, he wasn't human, but I carry his DNA, so I deserve to die under the law, Acheong said, her eyes shining. I was also afraid I'd kill Kwang, but my reason stopped me. I want to be a good person. Acheong set her coffee cup down and extended her hands. I struggled for so long. My education tells me to confess, but I crave freedom. I hesitated but brought her to the station. Acheong cooperated, but the leadership reprimanded me, saying there wasn't enough evidence. Acheong was released. At the station gate, Acheong bowed. "Thank you, Brother Toon." What will you do next? I asked. Teach and pass on equality and freedom, Young replied, her voice soft but resolute. Mrs. Mai said she was ready to testify against Kwang in court. Young, despite her wounds, chose a meaningful path forward. Thank you, dear listeners, for tuning in. Please subscribe to our channel to not miss the next captivating story.